This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Larry Wade here at the Crawford Porter press conference. Larry, how are you?
Listen, I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. Shawn Porter is feeling excited about this fight, and I am too. I'm looking forward to see these two great gladiators get into it. I'm so excited. I know it's going to be fireworks that night.
Shawn said to us during his huddle, he doesn't know how, but as time's gone on, every camp he seems to be getting better. Can you testify to that? Can you back that up? Do you believe that's a true sentiment?
I do. I just think that it changes. You can't continue to do the same things and develop in the same way. You have to learn something different every camp if you expect to be around and to be relevant. We've seen Shawn Porter now, maybe 10 years in the top 10 in the division. So clearly you have to be doing something to keep yourself in that ranking. And at the same time, he's ranked, number 1 or number 2? So you have to do something, and he's learning each time that's allowing him to be in that space.
People see Terence or Errol Spence as the two main welterweight, the two leading names in the welterweight division. But what does Shawn have to do to upset that? What does Shawn have to do against Terence to be successful?
Shawn has to be Shawn. Shawn has to go out there, stay relaxed, have fun, do what he knows how to do. Don't try to be like anyone else, or don't do what anybody else expects you to do. Go out there and fight your fight, and if he fights his fight, he comes out victorious.
We know that with Terence, he can switch hit as comfortably as he likes to. I know you're Shawn's S&C coach, but what are you expecting more so from him again in the huddle? Shawn mentioned that he's worked more so on the southpaw stance, inspiring instead of orthodox.
Well, here's the thing. You got a guy who can do both, southpaw and orthodox, so you got to prepare for both. You can't go to a camp and just think, he's going to be one-dimensional. You've seen him change up in fights and stay southpaw for the entire fight. So you have to be able to prepare for both, and that's what we did.
How much pressure is there on Shawn to be successful, to become a three-time world champion at welterweight, or do you feel there's more pressure on Terence?
In my opinion, the pressure is not on Shawn. Shawn has been in the ring with the best of the best in the division. You go through them: Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Paulie Malignaggi, Devin Alexander, Adrian Bronner. He's been in there with the best of them. And the only person he wasn't able to get into it with was Manny, and Manny retired. So you take all those people into consideration, then he's already proven that he's an elite welterweight champion. He's a 2-time champion. And then on the other side, Crawford fought a lot of people, but he hasn't fought a lot of the elite welterweights. And this is his opportunity. So I think there's more pressure on him, considering that he has the belt to lose. We have the belt to gain. So
Larry, Shawn boxing on a top-ranked show. He's obviously classed as the away fighter. Is he concerned at all if he goes a distance?
I don't think so. I don't think that's the mindset that we can have. We have to fight our fight and let everything else play out the way it should play out. People who make the decisions. Our job is to fight, and that's where we want to keep it.
We haven't had a chance to catch up, Larry, since the Canelo Plant fight. Obviously, he's working with Caleb Plant. Firstly, how is Caleb doing since that defeat?
Caleb is doing great. I talked to him just the other day. He's in good health. He's in good spirits. He's still super excited. Caleb understands that one loss doesn't determine who you are, especially when you're the guy who's considered to be one of the best in the history of the sport. And he performed really, really well. I'm extremely proud of him in that. And what I'm the most happy about is once it was all over, he still was like, hey, I want to fight. I want to fight. There's more there. And that's what I'm excited about. So you'll see Caleb Plant back. You'll see a better Caleb Plant as well.
What did go wrong for Caleb on the night?
Just like anyone else, he got caught with a shot. It can happen. It's boxing. You see it a lot. Especially at the heavyweight division. One punch decides what happens. And he got caught with a shot. And I think that, like anything else, like it worked for Canelo, it was a learning lesson. He learned something from it. He will be better because of it. And you're going to see a different kind of guy. So, no, I think that he's going to do great, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now, I've got to ask you as well, obviously, the man on the other side of the ring who was successful yesterday, the WBC approved a potential fight between Canelo and Ilunga Makabu up at cruiserweight. Just your thoughts on potentially seeing Canelo up at cruiserweight in his next fight?
I'm excited. Not only am I excited, I would like to see him fight Bout Jack, who's at the cruiserweight division. Bout Jack is a 2-division world champion. He's proven himself as well, who just also moved up to cruiserweight. Let's see how you fight a guy that's at that level first. And then, and let's not misunderstand, Bout Jack is a good person to face. That'll really measure where his skill is at that level. Give him that fight, and if he can get past him, then maybe he goes for a title.
All right, Larry, we'll leave it there now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your
Thank you
day.
so
I
much.
appreciate your time. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Hey, thank you guys. Hey, please continue to support boxing. We definitely need your support. We love it. And also go follow Coach Larry Wade at every social media outlet there is. Coach Larry Wade, I build champions. Look forward to seeing you.